Meodes, it is Rowie here. It is Wingy Wednesday. I'd say the return of Wingy Wednesday, but I've only ever really alluded it to before. I've never really done it. So it's, yeah, it's the first ever Wingy Wednesday on the channel. And as you can see as well, I've had a little bit of a, I've tried to make it look like a bit of a, more like an actual YouTube channel now by putting up some blue lights, which it turns out is, it's almost like a What Culture vibe going on here now, but without the editing and the engaging content, and without that charming Jules, who I believe is leaving What Culture anyway, although, you know, that could be libelous. He might not actually be doing that at all. So yeah, I originally said last week that I was going to start doing Wingy Wednesday, and I put it to a vote on YouTube to see which sauce I should start off Wingy Wednesday with, and I'm not going to lie, you voted in your tens. Literally dozens of you answered that, and which came out on top, which I was kind of surprised, because at one point it was kind of neck and neck between two. It is Frank's Red Hot Original, the perfect blend of flavour and heat, original cayenne pepper sauce, which I have had numerous times. And to be perfectly honest with you, I do have this a lot when I have wings. But I'm not, my original thought was I was just going to put it on plain and just have it with my wingies that way. But no, when I have it myself, I have it with grated garlic and butter, so it is actually slightly richer. So I'm looking forward to having that this evening. The wingies are in the oven as we speak. I have tossed them over once. Tee-hee-hee. Tossed them over, I've turned them over, that's what I've done, I've turned them over. I've turned them over once, so they're just finishing off now. And so yeah, we'll, I thought I'd record the first part of this, and I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to get the sauce on the go, I'm going to come up here. I'm not too sure how this new lighting works out, and just so you're aware, I eat like a pig, so you'll hear weird like breathing and grunting and wheezing, all sorts of like weird noises while I'm eating. But to be fair, I doubt anyone's going to watch it that far. It's going to start off with this one, which won't be that spicy. I will get progressively spicier and spicier, because for those who don't know, I can't eat spice for shit. So there are going to be some that I'm already dreading, especially to that fella who I should have taken his name down, who suggested I have the Encona Carolina Reaper sauce. I have a bottle of that bought. That'll be coming up soon. Yeah, you bastard. But yeah, I will be having that as well. So why wingies? Literally none of you are asking. Even though wings aren't actually my favourite food is probably going to be a cheeseburger or a pizza. Because, you know, I'm a fat you know, so those are the things that I eat. But I think when you're having a beer, I think few foods on earth go as well with a beer as hot wings. Especially if you're like me and you just predominantly drink IPAs and double IPAs, the sort of yeah, everything, you know, the fat and the hot sauce and all that of the wings is just cut through with the hops. They just work together so well, which is kind of annoying because I'm not planning on drinking tonight because it's a Wednesday. I don't normally drink on a Wednesday, and also so I might make it Wingy Sundays or something like that, because, and also loads of places do Wingy Wednesdays, don't they? They'd always say Wings Wednesdays because they're, you know, adults, and I'm not. But yeah, and it seems a bit hacky, doesn't it, Wingy Wednesday? But hey, it'll be Wingy Wednesday for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to get my Red's hot sauce, Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I'm going to get that on me wingies, and then yeah, then I'm going to be back up here. And that's what the second sort of part of this video is me eating a wing with some blue cheese on it. Well, I'll have one without some blue cheese on it, obviously. But then yeah, I'll have one with some blue cheese. And that's the kind of engaging content that you're going to get on this channel from now on a Wednesday evening. But I've got blue light, and that's all that really matters, is I've got a pretty cool blue light now. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, I'll be back in about 30 to 40 minutes, but for you, it won't even be a few minutes for you. For you, it'll be like second. I can't even click my fingers. For you, it'll be like a second. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Yeah, in a second. Bye. Rito, so I'm downstairs. It might be a bit of a shaky camera because I couldn't be asked to bring down my tripod or any of that nonsense. But here we have got a load of really minced up garlic, and then in the pot there we go, just some butter, melted butter, and then get the garlic in there like that. And then all you do is, you don't really want it to brown or anything like that, just get a little bit of a little garlic thingy going on in there, and then you just pour in, you actually get a little spoon in there, there we go, then you just pour in your Frank's Red Hot Sauce. So I'll give that another few seconds and I'll get that in there, yeah, don't even worry about it. There we go, that's looking alright, that, isn't it? So, Frank's wingy sauce, get the whole bloody lot in there. Then you just mix and stir that through, and then that's your wingy sauce done. We are back in the room. I have my wingies. I did a cave in and I did decide to have myself a beer. The lure of wingies was just too much. I don't normally like drinking on a Wednesday. I'll just have to substitute it by not drinking on a Sunday this week. So that seems like a fair trade. I'm not going to tell you about the beer because it's a Neon Raptor beer that hasn't been released yet. So I'll probably do all of them next week. It's obviously, it's one of the Raptor beers. It's obviously what it is. But I'm not going to bang on about it because, you know, it's not out yet. So, yeah. Well, we're in the room. I've got my wingies. I've got this. I've got my Bronson. So let's have a ruddy wing, shall we? I've gone for, well, I chopped them down, obviously. I personally am a, because obviously you've got drums and you've got flats. I definitely prefer drums to flats. There's a butcher's just round the corner from the brewery who just sells, oh, that's spicy than I remember it being. This is going to be so awful. I am going to embarrass myself. This is like the entry level hot sauce, and that's a bit much for me, that. I told you I'm not good with spice, right? I might just do barbecue. That's why one of the choices was Jack Daniel's barbecue. I thought everyone would have gone for that. I think I made a terrible mistake. But yeah, But yeah, I know so many people who swear by, no, you need to have drums and flats. Why do I need to have drums and flats? It all tastes the same. And the drum is so much easier to eat than this. That there, look, it's even hard to pick up that there. I've got to mess around with bones and shit like that. I've got to split it in half. That there, I can just eat around it like a lollipop. In fact, there's a few nice restaurants in town that do little chicken lollipops. Using them. That's going to burn. And we've also got a little pot of... you're a fighter. A little pot of homemade blue cheese sauce there. So that's one pot. This is pathetic. This is terrible. That is 1 part sour cream. No, it's not. It's 1 part mayonnaise, 2 parts sour cream, and then a shit ton of blue cheese, chives, and a dash of, what's what I'm looking for? The pickle brine that, that jalapenos come in. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I did tell you I was bad with spice, but this is shocking. I'm not normally this bad. I think it's been a few weeks since I've had wings, and so anyway, what's the food equivalent of slurped? I can't say get it down me gizzard because the charming Chris the Butcher's got that one. If anybody watches Chris the Butcher videos, but I do like Chris the Butcher. But yeah, so we'll go in. We'll go with that. Bit fell off there. Yeah, so we'll go there. Got a nice, what did I say it was called? A drum? Oh, fuck, it's called a drum. I've got a bit of chives and spring onion on there. Let's have a bloody bite, shall we? Not as crispy as I liked, but whatever. Doing it in the oven. Talking to the mouthful. Going to get smack legs for that. Yeah. Oddly enough, Binging with Babish did a video like 2 days ago about the best sort of wings, and he did a really good technique of getting them crispy. So I'm going to do that from now on, I reckon. But still, actually, it's a lot. It doesn't seem to be that spicy when it's got the when it's on chicken. But that's a tasty wing. I'm glad we started off with Frank's. It's obviously like vinegar based. It's very, very vinegary. But although to be fair, it's not really fair for me to judge it on its taste, is it? Because I added 2 cloves of garlic and 2 cloves of garlic and a bloody great big wad of butter. First beer since Sunday. Honestly, IPA and wings, absolutely cracking combo. I'll try and, well, so this is why flats suck, right? Well, these ones are all right because I can just sort of tear through it like that. And then look at the state of your hands. You're covered in schmutz, don't you? There is a plate there. I'm not just like throwing them on my desk. lacking the crunch that you normally get from a restaurant wingy. But then again, if you're in the restaurant, they're going to be deep fried, aren't they? I don't have a deep fryer. Let's get a bit of this blue cheese dip on there. That's just made a mess, isn't it? That's just made a bloody mess. Right, well, there we go. That was the first ever Wingy Wednesday. I might start taking my kit out with me a bit more and eat more wings when I'm in places. Record that. Really become full tragic. I might do that. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Next week it's either going to be between, I might put a poll, it's either going to be between the Incona Carolina Reaper. Actually, no, I know what it's going to be next week. It's going to be a hot sauce from a brewery. Not the Neon Raptor one, but it'll be a hot sauce from a brewery that I've been sitting on for a few weeks. I've opened it, it's been in the fridge. Yeah, that's what it'll be next week. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like and subscribe. I have filmed the cooking of these as well, but I've yet to look at it to see how well they pan out, because I have bought like a new clamp and everything. That's why the light's coming from there now as well. So I've bought a new thing for the kitchen, but I need to look at that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Give the channel a like and a subscribe, and we'll get more wingies down in here. You know, Wingy Wednesdays, that's going on now. I might start recording it on a bloody Tuesday though, because you know, it'll be midnight by the time I've uploaded this bastard thing. But yeah, subscribe to the bloody channel, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, take care. Bye.